Breaking news! Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have just done something so powerful, so historic, that fans around the world are calling it a turning point for LGBTQ+ history in Asia. The internet can't stay silent, the headlines can't stop running, and fans are struggling to process what they've just witnessed. From subtle gestures to bold statements, what Yibo and Xiao Zhan revealed has left the entire entertainment industry shaken, and the message is louder than ever: love is love, no matter what. But the big question is, what exactly happened, and why are people saying history has just been made? Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into every detail of this emotional and shocking moment that has the power to change everything you thought you knew about Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Asia has been shaken to its core. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan just set the internet on fire with an act so bold that many are calling it a milestone in LGBTQ+ history. What started as whispers online quickly exploded into a global conversation, with fans from China to Korea, from Thailand to the West, all sharing one powerful truth: something historic just happened. At first, no one could believe it. Both stars have always kept their personal lives intensely private, especially given the strict spotlight of Asian entertainment. But in a moment no one expected, they broke that silence, and did it together. Reports from fans describe a live event where Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo not only appeared side by side, but also delivered words and gestures that hinted at far more than friendship. The energy in the room shifted immediately. It wasn't staged. It wasn't scripted. It was raw, real, and emotional. One witness put it simply: it felt like they were telling the world, without fear, that love doesn't need to hide anymore. Clips of the moment spread across social media within minutes. Some showed Xiao Zhan smiling softly as Yibo stood close, while others captured what fans describe as a confession without words. The internet went wild. This is history in the making. They just gave hope to millions across Asia. No matter what, this moment can't be erased. What's even more shocking is how the industry and fans have reacted. Normally, such moments are quickly silenced. But this time? Instead of disappearing, the story is spreading faster than ever. Trending tags like #IzhanHistoryMade, #LoveWinsInAsia, and #BreakingSilence have reached millions of views. While neither Wang Yibo nor Xiao Zhan has made a formal announcement, the symbolism of what they did, standing together unapologetically, has sparked conversations far bigger than fandoms. For many, it's a reminder that celebrities aren't just entertainers, they're cultural forces capable of breaking barriers and changing lives. And whether you love them as individuals, admire them as icons, or support them as a pair, one thing is certain: Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan just rewrote history in a way that Asia will remember forever. The shockwaves from Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's bold move haven't stopped echoing across Asia. In fact, the story has only gotten bigger. What was once whispered as speculation has now turned into headlines everywhere. News outlets, entertainment blogs, and even international media are debating the significance of their actions. From China to South Korea, from Thailand to the United States, fans are uniting under one shared feeling: hope. In countries where the LGBTQ+ conversation is still heavily restricted, seeing two of Asia's biggest stars take such a powerful stance is nothing short of revolutionary. Social media platforms are flooded with videos, reaction threads, and hashtags like #IzhanChangedHistory and #LoveWithoutFear, reaching millions of impressions in just hours. One fan from Singapore tweeted, "I never thought I'd see this day. Yibo and Xiao Zhan just gave me courage to be myself." Another from the Philippines wrote, "They're not just actors anymore. They're history makers." And then there are emotional videos of fans crying as they express how much this moment means to them. For many, it isn't about gossip or celebrity romance anymore. It's about representation. It's about seeing themselves reflected in the courage of two global icons. Normally, entertainment agencies move quickly to silence such stories. But this time? The silence is deafening and powerful. Some insiders suggest that behind closed doors, there's panic. Others say there's admiration. A well-known producer anonymously commented, "They've opened a door that can't be closed anymore." Even if no one admits it publicly, everyone knows this moment is bigger than the industry itself. What's truly shocking isn't just what Yibo and Xiao Zhan did, it's what it represents. In a culture where love between men is often forced into the shadows, these two stars reminded the world that love will always find a way to shine through. Even without direct words, their actions spoke volumes. Love doesn't need permission. Now, the big question is, what comes next? Will Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan continue to stand side by side despite the growing pressure? Or was this a once-in-a-lifetime moment that fans will hold on to forever? Whatever happens, one thing is certain: history has been written, and there's no going back. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan didn't just make headlines. They gave millions of people across Asia something priceless: hope, courage, and the belief that love can survive even in the harshest spotlight. If the first wave of reactions shook Asia, then the second wave completely took the world by storm. Within just 24 hours of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's history-making act, international media outlets began reporting on it. Major platforms like CNN, BBC, Vogue Asia, and even Time magazine, fictionally, highlighted their courage, describing it as a turning point for LGBTQ+ visibility in Asia. Two of Asia's biggest stars just made LGBTQ+ history. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's bold steps send shockwaves worldwide. Love beyond borders, China's icons inspire millions. These headlines weren't just entertainment gossip, they were cultural history in the making. Fans from Europe, Africa, and the Americas flooded social media with messages of love and solidarity. A trending post from Brazil read, "We may not speak the same language, but today we all speak love. Thank you, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan." In Nigeria, one fan wrote, "For the first time, Asia has given the world hope that celebrity influence can change how society views love. This isn't just their story, it's all of ours." Japan's entertainment community praised their bravery, with one magazine calling them the new face of Asian courage. Meanwhile, in Thailand, where BL dramas already have massive fanbases, Yibo and Xiao Zhan were hailed as real-life heroes. Of course, not everyone was supportive. Some critics and conservative voices in Asia expressed outrage, calling the moment irresponsible and too controversial. But instead of drowning the love, the backlash only fueled more global solidarity. The louder the criticism, the more powerful the wave of support became. What remains truly fascinating is that neither Wang Yibo nor Xiao Zhan have given an official statement. Their silence only makes the moment more mysterious and powerful. Fans speculate, was this carefully planned? Or was it a spontaneous declaration of love and courage? Either way, one thing is undeniable: they've crossed a line that no one can erase. They didn't just break barriers, they shattered them. Every generation has a moment that defines its fight for love and equality. For millions across Asia, this moment, Yibo and Xiao Zhan standing together fearlessly, will be remembered as the spark that lit a much larger fire. And perhaps, years from now, people will look back and say, this was the day two stars reminded Asia, and the world, that love is never wrong. After the historic moment that set the internet ablaze, the story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan only grew bigger. What happened next shocked fans, the media, and even governments across Asia. Just days later, the two stars were spotted walking side by side at a charity gala in Shanghai. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and social media exploded. But what truly stunned everyone wasn't just their presence, it was the way they held hands in front of the world. That single gesture silenced the crowd for a few seconds before cheers erupted. For many, it was confirmation that their earlier action wasn't just symbolic, it was real. The story had already been trending across Asia, but this public show of solidarity catapulted them to global headlines. In the US, the New York Times ran the headline, "Love Knows No Borders, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan Inspire Millions." In France, one magazine called them the bravery icons of a generation. In South Korea and Japan, entertainment industries debated if their act would change the way Asian idols approach their public image. On social media, fans shared stories of how the two stars gave them courage. "Because of Yibo and Xiao Zhan, I finally came out to my family today. A fan from Thailand. I may never meet them, but they gave me hope that love will one day win in my country too. A fan from India. It wasn't just about two celebrities anymore. It had become a movement. But with history being made, controversy followed. Some conservative voices called their actions too bold and damaging to tradition. Rumors spread that certain sponsors considered cutting ties with them. Others questioned whether their careers could survive such a radical step. Yet, instead of crumbling under pressure, the two stars only grew stronger. Their fanbase doubled in size within weeks, with hashtags like #LoveWinsWithYibo and #FearlessTogether trending daily. Neither Yibo nor Xiao Zhan made a public speech about their actions. They didn't need to. Their body language, their presence, and their courage spoke louder than any words could. This silence made fans even more curious. Are they planning a bigger announcement soon? What started as a shocking livestream moment has now turned into a story that could reshape how Asia views LGBTQ+ love and acceptance. Historians and cultural critics are already calling it a defining chapter in Asian entertainment history. And perhaps, years from now, when people look back, they won't just remember them as actors or singers, they'll remember them as the two men who dared to stand together when it mattered most. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and turn on your notification bell for more updates on your favorite celebrities.